Rising. I've got your June 2025 reading coming up in just a moment. Welcome to my channel. If you are brand new, my name's Cody. I'm your Conscious Soul Reader. If you're already a YouTube subscriber, welcome back. Thank you all for your continued love and support, all of your contribution into helping me become a paid partner. Thank you all so much. Tap that join button. This will show you the different levels I offer, the different access and content that you will receive with those levels. Do consider that moving forward. The readings are going to be nice and specific, and especially for my soul family members. If you head to the description box, this will take you to my website, where you'll notice I'm also booking mentorships in addition to personal private readings. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And here we go. Lovely. Week number 1. Week number 2. 5 Pentacles. Week number 3. King of Pentacles. Week number 4. 8 Pentacles. 8 Cups. 6 of Cups. World card. 7 of Cups. 7 Pentacles. Yeah. Week number 1. 2 of Swords. 8 of Cups. Week number 2. 2 of Pentacles. Chariot. Week number 3. 10 Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Week number 4. Full card. 4 Cups. 9 Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. 6 of Cups. 5 1. 9 1. King of Wands. Queen of Swords. 3 of Swords. High Priestess. 9 Cups. Page of Wands. Magician. Emperor. Death. What else? Capricorn. Crikey. Wow. I thought that was that. Week number 1. 6 of Coins. 6 of Cups. Week number 2. Justice. 9 of Cups. Week number 3. 4 of Cups. 6 of Swords. Week number 4. 9 of Swords. 9 of Cups. 5 of Cups. 5 of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. Magician. Queen of Cups. Tower. 8 of Swords. 2 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. 4 of Wands. 10 of Cups. The Hermit. Strength. Page of Cups. 4 of Wands. 9 of Swords. The Lovers. 3 of Wands. So Capricorn, you have some pretty disruptive energy that just wanted to come out, in addition to, when I shuffle, if anything pops out, I do take it. The King of Cups, the Tower, the Chariot, the King of Swords. So something here has completely disrupted your emotional stability, being able to keep your mind and your emotions in check. So you've had a bit of a disruption. This equates to somebody just coming along and ripping your rug out from under you. And they weren't good at it. And now what? Now what is you go into boss mode, handling your business. King of Swords, Chariot card. The Chariot overcomes. This is Emperor. Focusing, overcoming, successful, forward moving. King of Swords is head over heart, right? So your heart and your head are just flowing and going. You're just in your own lane, yes? Staying in your lane. And then blammo, somebody made you get in the car and shift lanes. So the first week here, my darlings, I love that these two keep coming out together, because these two cards have the same moon. It is here in the run out as well. I'm happy it did come out like this, because I get to show you. See, there are not moons in any other of the Rider-Waite. No other moons, but every moon is both of the sun and the moon. The sun cannot show its light under the disguise of the moonlight. Yes, so clarity comes another day. For now, my darlings, 8 of Cups, Moon card. You're choosing to just go with the flow. There's something here where you've completely been shut out, where things used to be very reciprocal and now they are not. They definitely are not. The bond you once had is not there. The feeling you could have, if this is your job, pulling back, maybe things are shifting and changing. This could feel like they're cutting your hours, or they're not giving you as many projects. They're, talking to you some kind of crazy way, and you can't quite for the life of you figure it out, but you're, just trying to keep it professional. We've got 6 of Cups and the 8 of Cups, though, and the 2 of Swords. You're just like, what is going on? It never used to be like this, 6 of Cups. It didn't used to be this way. Interestingly, we have 6, 6, 6, and the 6, yes. And I know everybody gets all freaked out in the regular world. They have taken that number and demonized it. Yes, they've demonized a lot of things, so let's not freak. This number is also in numerology getting your attention, okay? Because it got your attention, yes? 7s are a call to action. 8s are taking the action. 9 is doing the work to complete a cycle. 10 is a completion. Yes, yes. So what we have here is somebody getting your attention, Or your attention is alert. You were just, going with the flow. Everything's cool. But blammo, rug ripped. Your antennas are up. Here we go into week number 2. Potential changes here could be happening with your finances. This also could be you considering what the change would look like if you were to go to another place. Again, we have the Chariot card. This is about overcoming, forward movement, the cause and effect, forward movement here. Knight of Cups, Chariot card, both water energies. The Two of Pentacles, interestingly enough, is very similar to the King of Cups in that both of these are about balance with a lot of emotions kind of stirring just behind you. All around you, there's something stirring. But you have this innate capability to just roll with it, figure it out, align with the shifts and changes, and figure out what your next moves are. All is not dire. It does look dire. This is not something you prefer to do. We all are very happy, bopping along in our own lane. Then somebody comes and cuts you off. How dare they? How dare they? Now, how do you react? Do you chase them down, give them the finger, curse and yell where they can't hear you, get your blood pressure all up, rag out your own vehicle, eat your gas? Or I like to sing them a song and make it silly so they don't have my energy. Let karma handle it. I stay in my dharma and let them have their karma. But that's just me. I used to get involved back in the day, but it's not worth it. Plus I'm older, wiser, more spiritual. Anyway, nice little metaphor side street I took y'all on since we're in the car. Ironically, these are the car, chariot. These are like literally getting in the car. You could be going around and figuring out, what would the drive be like if I were to go to this place. You're already starting to budget. If you're looking and you're getting bids and leads in a new place, you could be going to see what that commute would be like. If some of you are getting ready to leave a relationship, you're starting to figure out what your next location's going to be, what kind of budget you're going to have to do, what the change is going to be. If you had a dual income, looks like maybe that's taken a hit as well. So we are balancing. Balance. This disruption, we overcome. Yes. 3rd week, Capricorn. So the annoyances are starting to kick in. You're doing what you do. I definitely see you making plans, working the problem, being very intentional here. The 6 of Swords says that you're definitely still advancing on, but we still have this 5 of Pentacles coming in with this change happening. Yes, there's the change. We're going from secure, solid, stable to annoyances and changes and things. The shift in the finances definitely taking a hit here. 4 of Cups, 6 of Swords. This is a 10. This is a 10. Here's that change. Everything's breaking apart. Now you have to just not try to get too much in your emotions. You're being a Capricorn, of course, you're not going to get too emotional about things. It doesn't really serve you very well. Of course, you're going to get pissed. Of course, you're going to be very, very annoyed, but later for that. The 4 of Cups is here. You just keep on just handling each little thing as it comes up, but forward as we go. Yes, like a boss. Final week. Some of you have started to raise your standards. I feel like many of the shifts are still in process, of course, because we still have the 4 of Cups. Still have this 4 of Cups. We still have this. We have a 9-9 here. Yes, 8-9. So, and a 9 right here. Regrouping yourself, This is the 5 of Cups. It's disappointing. It's annoying. It's really annoying. This 4 of Cups is potentially with the 9 of Swords here, is you've added a little extra pressure to this next phase of never again, or I'm so sick and tired. This right here is sick and tired. Five of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. I am sick and tired of your I am sick and tired. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. What is that movie? Oh, Monster-in-Law. Yeah. Many of you are rewriting the playbook here when you go into this next phase. The Fool card here, the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. This right here says you're kind of rewriting the playbook. As far as access to you, your involvement, the way in which you now conduct yourself, the type of places that you are going to apply, the questions that you'll ask to figure things out before you get involved with another place again. I'm just sick and tired of starting over again. Sick and tired of having to rebuild. Sick and tired. Yes, I hear this a lot. I do. I really do. But it's all about the lessons. If you can take the lesson, figure it out, apply it to that future position, and do differently than what you did in the past, then that's healing. You create a different outcome. Let's do the run out. So Capricorn, let's look real quickly. We have, again, Cancer, Libra, and Pisces energy coming out. You are definitely hiding your emotions on this. You're handling this and you're doing what you need to do as far as advancing, but this whole thing screams never again. Look at this tower. So again, the Eight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Extreme disappointment here about needing to do this. You know that you'll be fine and everything is going to work out, as it should. You know your value. You're a little annoyed the fact that people aren't seeing your value, but you're perfectly good with looking for a place that does. I think it sits in your mind and weighs heavily on your heart here. Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, 6, 7, 8 of Cups. So, and the Queen of Cups. This weighs heavily on your heart here, but you're not going to show it. The Nine of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. This is you protecting your emotions, being very forward focused. You're almost looking at this in a very creative, transformative way. This right here with the King of Wands sitting on top of two towers is giving transformation, especially when the Queen of Swords is coupled with the Chariot card and the Eight of Swords. This is this feels a little like PTSD. You've been traumatized from this situation. This took you off guard. And now like I said, you're rewriting everything because of this. The whole playbook is going to be different from this point forward. Never again. I just wrote this on a comment earlier on a video. Somebody was doing this explanation of something and it was so profound and it tracked and it was so spot on. And I was like, oh God, yeah, you're so correct. Never again. Never. Look at this. The Magician, Seven of Cups, Five of Wands. This is you becoming empowered. This is you taking control. The Four of Cups has you building up this kind of tick list here. You've got this tick list going of pros and cons, of things of the past and how you're going to be successfully moving on from this. Almost like you're starting to script a little bit. This is the manifester who's dreaming so big here. Fueled by fire. Fueled by fire, just a little bit. It's not your modus operandi, but it is definitely giving scorned. Hell hath no fury, like a Capricorn scorned. And it's interesting to me that the Chariot card keeps coming out. This is your sister sign on the zodiac. The sister sign is the very emotional Cancer. Hi, I'm a Cancer. Capricorn is completely opposite of that. That's why we make excellent friends. My nephew's a Capricorn. I love him. There's this complementing of one another. Everything he isn't, I am. Everything I'm not, he is. So we just kind of fill in the blanks, and it feels comfortable being around him. But this right here says that you're overcoming a lot of this by pushing your emotions to the side right now. They're not really going to do you much purpose publicly. So you're using a lot of that to manifest and create something bigger. This is another manifesting card. While your emotions are guarded, but this is that rising from the phoenix here and overcoming. But again, with this Eight of Swords and the Queen of Swords, emotions are your enemy. I'll just call them your enemy. I think your thoughts are reigning completely supreme right now, and you're using this. I'm saying this. It's not always great to be completely in your mind. It's really not. But if it's helping you to transmute and put yourself in a different position so that you can settle down and come to terms with things. I do have the Two of Pentacles, things settling a little bit after this decision, kind of processing this. I feel like your higher self is gonna, Queen of Wands, force you to focus on this, at least in solitary, at least in isolation here. Got the Five of Wands, Nine of Cups, isolation. Two of Wands, King of Cups, Four. Yeah, you're gonna have to process this. But for now, transmuting to get away. The mind is a very, very wonderful servant, but a horrible master. Okay, let's look at an outcome. So we've got Pisces, Cancer, and Gemini energy showing up for you all. Again, it can be any placements whatsoever. It can be all of them. It doesn't really matter. But that's the energy that is showing up. I do like to call them out when I see them. Call them like I see them. All right, here we go. I'll do an outcome, and then I've got your oracle decks pulled right here. Let's get an outcome. Outcome for Capricorns. Changing the way you do everything. Yeah, King of Wands. Things have changed. Rewriting the entire playbook from this point forward. Like the way you see things from now on, completely different. This is somebody who raises their standards by a lot. Queen of Swords, Six of Wands. Successfully. Look at all this fire energy you're utilizing. All of this creative energy helping you. One more. The Moon. Page of another wand. Wow. Queen of Wands. So Capricorn, this is assessment. For anyone around you, this is you being very clear on your standards now, looking forward, and very good. This is successful. This is a very exciting time moving forward. We've got the Queen of Wands back here with the Temperance card, things coming back into balance, building your confidence back up. You guys are looking ahead here to what's coming in. And back to the Moon again to end the reading. Started at the Moon, we're ending at the Moon. Almost as if you can almost see how this was to your benefit, this outcome from where you were. It's as if everything comes full circle down the road. In the future, everything's going to come full circle, and you'll see why. As long as you just keep on creating from your experience. This is you rewriting that playbook, assessing people more psychologically with very firm boundaries up. I think this is a very matter-of-fact sort of way, a very successful way of making sure that you're dealing with people of a certain level moving forward. This is your new plan of action, defending defending where you invest yourself emotionally. Okay. Let's do your oracle. And again, we have Pisces and Sagittarius out here. We'll get these cards out. I discover who I am. Yes. About the truth. That's who that Queen of Swords is. That's somebody who speaks their truth, looks for truth. We've got progress and awareness. Very similar energies here, yes. These eyes are closed. These eyes are open. We've got inner awareness, outer awareness, compassion. Be kinder to yourself and give yourself a break. Instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, a horrible friend, be a loving comforter who always has your back. This is self-love. Being kinder to yourself, loving towards yourself. Instead of just whipping yourself into shape and being harder on yourself, earn your niceness, your niceties. Fully believe in yourself and your dreams. Times that the ideas that lived inside of your heart to be brought into the world so that others can benefit from it. Believe that you can bring it to life, and you'll do exactly that. It all begins with you. That inner knowing, having faith. It's not always easy to do so, but you must do exactly that. Trust that everything's going to be okay. When you have faith, your life begins to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. That is so true. It's about raising your vibration and your frequency. This is about focusing on the positive, focusing on the things that you have to be grateful for. Everybody has something to be grateful for. Everybody. Are you breathing? Are you awake? Roof over your head, if not the ability to find it, if not the ability to think clearly enough to look for the resources that you need. You know, there's always something. There's always some reason. Where if you cannot be completely healed, you can at least be made comfortable, right? So again, looking for the positives, manifesting. Always manifesting, whether you're aware of it or not. It's based on your thoughts, and you're being asked to manifest consciously through positive thinking. Attract into your life exactly what you're wanting. Because when we start focusing on those negative things, or we start casting doubt onto even ourselves, our own thoughts, our abilities, our experience, this is where things turn left quick. I can't stand saying that because I'm left-handed, but things will go off track really fast, okay? Discover who I am. I discover the riches within me and acknowledge my true self. See yourself as an unlimited being and marvel at the beauty of my life. I recognize the wealth of possibilities available to me as a being of light. In discovering who I am, I recognize the divine within me. This is about understanding your power of divine connection, that ability to tune in and create anything through the power of connection, through the power of thought, through the energy of love. My greatest truth lies within me, a divine voice that whispers from my inner self. I listen closely, releasing control. In doing so, I find the answers I seek. I am in harmony with myself, embracing God's love, the truth that guides me towards my fullest radiance. Authenticity. Authenticity is your purest vibration you can give off. Listen closely to what you are most comfortable, the most peaceful resting place that your heart and soul are at. This is your authentic self, guiding you to your fullest radiance here. Recognize the divine within you. Move forward towards that spiritual path. Today, honor your needs, observe your inner world, and maintain a positive attitude. I trust in my inner strength and abilities. I grow each day, knowing that God's opinion of me is what matters most. God's opinion. Have you ever tuned into God's message? God loves you. God believes in you. God wants the best for you. God presents you with these challenges to prove your abilities, to help you level up. I apologize. She just got a new toy and she loves it. You're going to hear her a lot in the background. She has a new fox and Something special. Awareness. I open my consciousness to my true self, embracing the journey of growth, freedom from conflict, and self-discovery. I release illusions and the limitations of the material world, allowing my being to rise towards internal light. With each step, I grow stronger as I explore the wonderful being that I am. The wonderful being that I am. Focusing on your attributes, focusing on the miracle of you. Not the negative things you've been through. These have meant, the negative things that you've been through are for you. They're not to you. This is not meant to put you in a place of, having less than or trying to keep you down or anything like that. They're presenting you with an opportunity to overcome, to improve yourself, to learn, to grow, to become the best version of you that they know you always had in you. All right, my beautiful Capricorns, we're going to go ahead and end it here. Be sure to check your other placements. If any of this did not resonate, leave it behind for those it did resonate with. If you do not know those placements, I've put a link in the description box that'll take you to Cafe Astrology, where you can plug in as much information as you know and get that figured out. Super easy. It'll help you figure out everything that you can with what you know. All right. If you need to book a personal, everything's going to be in the description box, taking you directly to my website. You'll also notice I'm booking mentorships, and I'm also a paid partner here on YouTube. So press that join button. Check out the different levels I offer for all of the access to exclusive content and exclusive live streams. I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Have a beautiful rest of your month, Capricorns. Bye.